Every day, Jacob Singer goes to work.
What's wrong?
It's one of those days.
And every day, he wonders what is happening to him.
Maybe it's the pressure, Jake.
They're like demons, Jess. They weren't human.
What were they, Jake? Let me look at your hand. You have a very strange line. See, according to this, you're already dead.
Something's wrong, Jake. They're coming after me. I don't know who they are or what they are, but they're gonna get me, and I'm scared, Jake.
I've seen them too. Maybe the demons are real.
It's running 106 feet.
This is barbaric.
I can get rid of the demons.
Who are you?
I can block the ladder.
Where are you taking me? Where am I?
Where do you want to go?
Home.
This is your home. You're dead.
I'm not dead.
What are you then?
I'm alive.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Beyond the Great Media. This is Josh here, checking in on you right there out there in YouTube land. How you doing? Happy new work week. Hope you're doing well. I moved the camera because I wanted to kind of do a rehash of a video that I was not happy with. That when I went back on Saturday night and listened to it, the audio got jacked up. There was copyright issues with the clips, so I just said, you know what, I'm taking that out. It's not up to snuff. It's not good enough for you guys, so I'm going to start over. Everything I said in that video is true. I'm going to give you kind of the abridged, I'm going to give you the cliff notes on how I feel about this movie, one of my favorite movies of all time. This is from 1990, Adrian Lynn's. The video we're talking about tonight is Jacob's Ladder. This is from Artisan. Absolutely incredible flick. Tim Robbins, Elizabeth Pena, who I cannot stand in this movie. I've had this for a long time. This says May 20th, 2004. A long time. I paid $6 on DVD. I don't have it on Blu-ray. It needs a 4K. Jacob's Ladder is a 10 out of 10. This is a horror movie in every sense of the word. This is a real scary movie to me. So I'm gonna give you my history with it. Let's get into it. The way that I found this movie, I had this coworker. His name was Crazy Ryan, and he was obsessed with Jacob's Ladder. He thought for sure that the government was playing, tricks on us. They were drugging us. They were, messing with these soldiers in Vietnam. And so he became obsessed with this drug called BZ. And they were giving it to the soldiers in Jacob's Ladder. So the story basically of Jacob's Ladder is Jacob and his platoon. It kind of opens. They're in the jungle, and all of a sudden they're having a good time. You got Ving Rhames. Everyone's kind of partying, and then all of a sudden there's this firefight. And it just kind of cuts to Jacob looking like really surprised and really confused on what's going on. And then all of a sudden he snaps to it, wakes up, he's on the subway. Not sure how he got there. Things seem wrong. We're not sure if we're in a dream. We're not sure if this is a dream within a dream scenario, but immediately on the bus, this woman is staring at him and she's just giving him these eyes, right? And as those eyes continue, we start to realize that this might be kind of a hellish journey we're going on in this movie. This movie is incredible. It plays on a lot of fears, a lot of paranoia, a lot of deep psyche stuff. A lot of PTSD, a lot of trauma. Jacob's Ladder rips, dude. What I love about this movie is I love that. I love the idea that there's a movie out there that this guy is going through, and there's spoilers coming, right? Spoiler, everybody. Jacob is not sure if he is alive or dead. Everything around him looks like demons. Everywhere he goes, he's just being kind of accosted by these creatures, and the creatures that he's seeing, whether it's on the subway, they seem very familiar. They'll wave to him. They won't have faces. They won't have eyes. Their mouths will be sewn shut. He'll go to a party. All of a sudden, there'll be a giant skull in the fridge. His wife or his girlfriend he's cheating on, Jezebel, she'll have a tail, and they'll be crazy crows. This movie is Fear and Loathing before Fear and Loathing. I know that the book was 74 or whatever, but this is 1990. Fear and Loathing was that 95, 96. This movie is freaky. Everything about it, dude. You can't tell what's real and what's not, and that's what I love about it. And you really don't get any sort of like psychological help for Jacob until probably like the middle, where he does have a doctor, but all of a sudden his doctor is missing, but he's got a chiropractor, this kind of cherub angel. The only real light part of the movie is this guy Lou, or Louie, whatever his name is, and he confides in Jacob, and he lets him know, like, hey man, you know, the only people that are really struggling and they're seeing all these demons trying to rip your life away are the people that are hanging on to life and they're not willing to let go. Once you admit that, you know, you've come to peace with your life, those demons will turn to angels and they'll kind of lead you on their way, right? Beautiful story, incredible. So, you know, it kind of flashes forward, flashes back. Jacob doesn't know who he is. You're getting like all this kind of like side quests and side stories where he does reunite with the soldiers in his platoon, and they're all seeing demons. They're all saying that they're going to hell, and they're all struggling really, really, really bad. And it's unpleasant, the things that they're seeing. So intense visuals. When it decides to ratchet up the horror elements, it's very disturbing. It's very traumatic. I love it. I think it's incredible. I mean, I've already said that, but ultimately what happens is they hire George Costanza, or this lawyer, to go and file a class action lawsuit because the soldiers have decided, like, hey, something's wrong with us. Maybe we were dosed in the army, right? And so when the case gets thrown out, they get this one little glimmer of hope when Jacob is introduced to this guy known as the chemist. And the chemist story is integral. It's kind of the name of the ladder. Basically, the chemist decides that, you know, in the army, he was supposed to cook up a batch of hallucinogenics to give to this platoon that was not fighting the war up to their ability, so to speak. And so they tested it on POWs, they tested it on monkeys, and unfortunately, the monkeys ripped themselves to pieces. They fought friendly, like they just tore everything up, like it was just brutality, right? So he's telling him that this drug that he created is this ladder, this straight descent into primal rage, into absolute madness. So Jacob's listening to the story and he's like, dude, what the hell is going on? The idea that somebody would just dose, I mean, I don't think that's super new, but I think it's like a brilliant little kind of story wrinkle in here, because it does throw you off the track that you can't tell what's happening to Jacob. And so yeah, you're not sure if he's alive or dead, but you definitely know that he needs help. He needs to get out of here. I love this movie, everything about it. So that's the plot of Jacob's Ladder. Ultimately what happens is Jacob is actually dying, and his soul and his body does not want to give up, right? So everything that you're seeing in the story is just him and his psyche, like manifesting things that he has to let go of so that he can actually, you know, peacefully kind of bow out and take a different Jacob's Ladder, if you will. And once he realizes that, you know, Macaulay Culkin's in this movie and he's his son, so once he kind of sees that that's happening, you know, it's kind of a beautiful moment. So yeah, until he gets there, though, until he decides that he's going to let go and the people in his life are actually angels and not demons, and he's okay with his death, he's got to go through some hell. He's got to go through some absolute crap and just wade through it. It's compounding interest of horror, dread, terror. Incredible, dude. Incredible. I love Jacob's Ladder. So there's a scene that's pretty famous. My favorite scene in this movie is where, you know, Jacob's like, he has a fall, he gets thrown out of this car, he's robbed by a Santa Claus, right? And it shows this hospital bed, and he's on a gurney, and all of a sudden he's strapped down. He's got the little thing over his face, he can't move. And what the camera's showing you is this kind of squeaky wheel, and he's going through this corridor of this hospital straight out of something from like Session 9, straight out of hell, really. And the things that he sees, it's just, I'm going to show the clip. Incredible, dude. When it finally gets to the people and Jacob's, like, I guess the hospital staff, and it shows the guy without the eyes and he's got the syringe up. Incredible image, dude. Incredible movie. And the guy's like, why are you here? You're dead. And he's like, I'm not dead, right? Intense. I love Jacob's Ladder. Everything about it. If you haven't seen it, it is streaming on MGM Plus on Amazon Prime. That's where I seen it. So go out there, watch this movie. It does a psychological number on you, especially if you have kids, if you're a father, I mean, it's intense for me. I can't watch it that often. I save it for when I really need something because, on the back it says the psychological thriller grabs you, never lets go. The most frightening thing about Jacob's nightmare is that he isn't dreaming. This movie, dude. This movie's awesome. It's a little bit long. It doesn't feel like it when it's going on, but because of what you have to go through and you're just flash forward, flash back. Is he alive? Is he dead? It's taxing, dude. It's really, really stressful. So really, really good movie. Definitely want to recommend. Go check it out. I'm hoping that the audio and everything on this one will look good. I'm going to show the trailer in that one clip. Until next time, if you haven't seen Jacob's Ladder, or if you have, comment down below. Let me know what you think about it. And if you want to see more from me, like, comment, subscribe, talk some mess down there. Follow me on social media. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Cheers.